coach voice. Is that better? A little bit better? All right. Well, it is a pleasure to be here, and this is clearly the place to be in Wichita today, obviously. How about you? This is the best crowd we've had in a couple of years. Don't spoil us rotten, because you're typically the best crowd we have every year this week when we do these. It is a pleasure for me to be here. I have finally got this done. One of your own, Wichita Heights, Taylor McIntosh Williams, had won 2 state championships at Heights. Was actually on the first team that I got to coach was Coach Washington's last signee. She is now back here with a doctor of pharmacy working at Walgreens, Taylor McIntosh Williams. I can recall many conversations with Taylor over chemistry and biochemistry, but she made it. She made it. And someone said, are you a pill pusher? They got her on their way to my table, so she did it. We are so proud of Taylor. And I met with her advisor, faculty advisor in the School of Pharmacy the other day, and how thrilled they were that she came back here, home to serve you. So, very, very proud. I told the story when one of the first days on the job was, she was the only freshman in Coach Washington's last class. And I took off in the car and drive over here to meet her and her family, make sure she still wanted to come, and reassure her that we wanted her. And I got past the peak, and there was no cell service. None. This was 10 years ago now, so none. And then the terrain I'd come from the Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia, so the terrain I said, okay, I'm okay, I'm going to be okay. And then I got to meet Taylor, it was all good, although I think she said 2 words. In a pair of boxer shorts, I think, if I remember correctly. But Ben, she's been climbing the mountain ever since, so really thrilled for her to make it here today with us, and thank you so much, Taylor. And her family's all here, and in Wichita still, and so very, very proud. It's been an exciting run for us. Our opportunity now is to build on the past success, and we appreciate all that you do from a support standpoint. I know we had a group of you come last year to a game, and we appreciate the support. I think it was a doubleheader with the men's and women's teams, and we can't thank you enough for that. Our future is very bright. We're very young. So any thought that any of that silverware on your plates bothers me, I have 5 freshmen, you're all good. It does nothing about it. We are excited. We are young. I'll be honest with you, we lack experience. But there is no lack of effort and competitiveness and toughness and energy and pride to be a part of our program. And I'm going to go through some of the returners first and then hit the freshmen. Before I do that, since we started with alumni here, I actually got a text this morning traveling back. I was recruiting yesterday. And we had 3 seniors, really, really special young ladies last year. And I want to just get you up to date with what those 3 are doing. Obviously, all 3 graduated, because that's what you do at Kansas, you graduate. And all three are playing for Kansas. Engleman texted me this morning when I landed, and she was repping all of her KU gear at practice. She's in Romania, so she's playing on a team in Romania and playing very, very well. I think they're undefeated at this point. Carolyn Davis was Player of the Week in Bulgaria in her league. They're winning in her league, and then Angel Goodrich is in Russia. And Angel has the best gig out of all 3 of those, and clearly, obviously, when she made the Coastal Shock roster and started for most of that season, is playing at the highest level in the WNBA, and that she's on the best team, the best Euro League in Russia, and she gets to play the best league with all the best point guards in America, Lindsay Whalen and Sue Bird. So Angel's got a chance to even improve her stock in the WNBA. And really, Carolyn, I think when I understand the roster spots in the WNBA are going to go from 11 to 13. If Carolyn can put together a good year overseas, she'll have a chance to be on a roster this coming year with the knee injury, and she wasn't 100% at the end of our season, kind of kept her from getting drafted this year. But I believe in a year that she'll be on a WNBA roster. But all 3 young women keep in touch and watch the games. They've got their high tech. That's close to their coach who's low tech. We haven't figured out, but they managed to watch all the games and keep in touch with our young players, and certainly proud of those 3. With our returning group, we have a number of returners. Actually, all of our returners have a completely different role. When you looked at Carolyn, Angel, and Monica, those 3 scored over 4,000 points. So at the end of the game, one of those 3 are going to have the ball. So even though Natalie Knight for us, who's recovered off the ACL, played 35 minutes, played every game, starting her freshman year. It feels different to her. It feels different because we need for her to do more. That's not been the goal for her. And she needs to be good every single night for us to win. Not that she has been really good every night in her career, but it feels different for Chelsea Gardner as a junior. It feels different for Chelsea. Chelsea got to play with Carolyn her whole career. Now, Chelsea's who we go through in the paint, and Chelsea's got to be good every night for us to win. So for our returners, it feels very, very different. Asia Boyd is a guy I didn't mention the other day in Kansas City who struggled to get off the bench her first 2 years. A lefty, a kid from Detroit, who played both the 3 and 4. Has really improved her three-point accuracy. She was a taker last year. She's a little bit more of a maker this year. Did you get that one? She was a taker last year. She's a maker this year. And she likes to put it on the floor, although the other day she had 2 offensive fouls. And I swear the last one, I think my trainer ordered from Jimmy John's and had the sandwich delivered, unwrapped by the time she ran somebody over at the rim. But she's a kid who wants to put the ball on the floor and get to the rim. We got to pull up or let go of that thing before we run everybody over. So, but from a spacer and shoot the 3 and really change a little bit about how we play, because we've really not had a 4 that could shoot the 3 and play from there. That'll really help us. That'll really help us. We're different in that we don't have the playmaker in Angel Goodrich anymore, and honestly, a lot of people in the country don't have somebody like that. But we've got a young lady who sat last year and waited for her time, Lamari Nicole, who's as fast as anyone I've ever coached. Sometimes that means a speedy ticket. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes she's really, really fast. And sometimes she gets past the ball still behind her, but we're working on that. But Cece Harper, as a senior, has played the position in high school, has played it sparingly for us. She'll be the backup at that position. A senior who played really well the other night when Lamari really struggled. And then Natalie Knight will be the third person at the point guard position that we could play. And Natalie, who will take care of the ball, will make open shots, and never turns the ball over. I said the other day, I don't think most people realized when she went down last year, end of February, about third week in February, at that point she played every game, played 35 minutes a game, and had 13 turnovers on the year. At that point she led the country in assist-to-turnover ratio, and she doesn't ever let go of it. And a kid who had a really good high school career over at Latha South. So really good for her to get back in the mix. She's probably about 90%, but her 90's better than a lot of people's 100, so we'll take where she is, and she'll continue to get better. Our freshman group, all the babies, they call them Fresh 5, I think that's what they call themselves, so we'll see how fresh they are. But let me start with the biggest one, the baby giraffe, Carolyn Allen Mannings from Chicago. She is 6'4", and she has 6'7", fingertip to fingertip. And she has an upside, the ceiling is as high as any kid I've ever had. The strength issue for her will be her biggest issue, but no one in the country has a better strength and conditioning coach than we do, and Coach Hootie. And they're best friends right now. They're BFFs, so that'll be important in her growth. I'm not sure Carolyn really believes that, but Hootie thinks they are, so that's really what matters. But her vertical's improved 6 inches since we got her in June, and her upside's high, and that's a kid who can cover a lot of ground, alter shots, and block shots, and play around the rim, and really wreak some havoc in the lane. But she's just got to get stronger where we can see her consistently there. Jada Brown is a young lady from Las Vegas, undersized, about 6 foot, but a 50-50 ball hustle kid, finishes around the rim, got in the game, got on the floor for a couple of loose balls, and can be an impact player that way until offensively her game gets better and she can stretch the defense a little bit more. Keela Morgan's from Long Beach, from California, long athletic guard. She's a taker right now. She's got to be more of a maker to get on the floor a little more. She can get a shot off as good as anybody. We need for her to make a few more of those before we give it to her enough. So, but a kid who can help us. She just got to handle the ball a little bit better and make more shots. And then we have the twins. Do you guys know who the twins are? Yeah, the TSA agent at the airport yesterday said, "Coach, how good are the twins?" I think he really wanted to say, were they dating each other? I think he really wanted to and this is what I told him. I said, Dylan's good and Dakota's really good. And that's the difference between the two. I mean, Dylan is a very, very good basketball player in her own right. Dakota is better of the two. Dylan is skilled. She's tough. They're both big guards. They're 5'11". They're athletic. They're tough. Dakota can put her on the floor, shoot a pull-up jump shot. Is close to being, I think, a pretty consistent three-point shooter. Not yet, but that has gotten better since they got to campus in June. Their bio, their history, I'll give it to you quick. Their mom, Angie Snyder, was an All-American at Kansas. Played at Bishop Miege High School. Their father, their bloodlines are good, guys. Their father's Elmer Lewis, who was pretty good for the Chiefs, if you remember that. So they've got great genes, all right? And the fact that you've seen us play at all, a relatively good-looking group of young women. So the fact of that is we've had more male practice players than we've ever had. day. And they come Saturday mornings, they come Sunday at noon. You can tell what they did Saturday night, but they're Sunday at noon. And I said that last week. I said, guys, I said to my staff, I said, what we just had more malpractice. It didn't get out of my mouth, and they said, really? We go, oh, yeah, my bad. But so they have their own little following. For those of you that are all the techie people, they have 350,000 followers on Instagram. I think that's kind of creepy, but that's on low tech. I already said that earlier. So, and I care enough about that because it really matters to me, right? Guard somebody and make a shot. I could care less. I really. But if it brings more males to our games, which I think it has, it'll have some benefits at some point. But they're great kids. Energy. They're so excited. Like we were. Here's what I love about coaching freshmen. I can say this because we practiced yet today. So we were not very good on Sunday. Then I got into a little bit after game. And then I got to get into a little bit at film on Monday. And we had the best practice of the year on Monday. So if you can do that and challenge them and push them at this early in the year, even though we haven't been challenged from them, but we're going to be here pretty quick, and they respond that way, that's exciting. And it's fun, and their energy and how excited they are to represent you and be really good at Kansas is really special. And because they feel that way and they act that way, we will get better. Because we got to get better. But we will get better. When they fight you and they don't want to be coached and they think they know everything, then that's tough. And that's tough, and then you know that's going to be slower than it should be. So our ceiling is really high. I'm excited for us to get a little bit closer to it than we are right now. That'll happen. It will happen in time. But we are here to thank you and for all your support and encourage you to keep coming. And when we've got a couple, I think we actually played a couple of NFL winners. I think we've got 2 or 3 on schedule. So make the quick trip over on the better cell service now, so you have no excuse. You don't roll like I did 10 years ago. But we thank you for all your support. So many talented people in this room. They give so much of your time, and I know the Williams Fund asked you to give there too, and we know you say yes. So thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you again.